Hello and welcome. Today I want to talk to you about the latest DPIN project that I've become involved with, and it's from SkyX, and the actual weather station is a Sky-100. It is a portable weather station, utilizes AI, and if you deploy it, you're able to earn crypto rewards. If this interests you and you want to know a little bit more, keep watching. I received this Sky-100 from Helium Deploy. And when I received it, I was kind of like, all right, great, another weather station, right? I already have a couple of them. I'm very happy with them. Do I really need another one? Well, as I mentioned, this one is portable. Now, of course, you could have fixed it somewhere, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But the fact that I spend a lot of time outdoors, I love outdoor adventures, myself, my family, my pets. We're always trying to get out there on the go and enjoy some nature. And now the fact that I could have this little device with me while I'm out there, especially off the beaten path, off the grid, and be able to get pinpoint precise weather definitely is something that piqued my curiosity. Now you might ask, well, why have a weather station in your home? Okay, obviously we could earn some crypto rewards, get involved with some cool crypto projects, but let's say you're not really a techie and it's like, hey, is this for me? So scenarios like, okay, I want to know what the weather is like today because I want to go on a long hike and it's around my local area. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm constantly getting alerts, let's say, from the weather app on my phone. I'll get alerts saying, hey, there's a chance of rain this afternoon, or hey, there's a chance of snow this afternoon. Well, that's great. There's always a chance of everything, but I really want to know, hey, should I get in the car, pack all my stuff, and get out there with the family, or should I just call it a day and stay in and watch Netflix? Well, by having my own weather station and checking the app that's giving me precise data to my location in real time allows me to make those decisions. So a lot of times I'll get that alert from the weather station app. I'll go onto the actual app of the weather station that I am hosting, check that weather, and now I could get the data that's happening near me, where my outdoor activities are actually taking place. Instead of some weather station that could be 10 miles away from my home, that's going to give me a general overview of what the weather is going to be like. So now getting back to this little Sky-100, the fact that it is portable is ideal because, as I mentioned, if I'm out there, let's say camping, or going on a long hike, doing some orienteering, geocaching, whatever the case may be, I can just deploy this right where I'm at, extend a little tripod, and just wait a few seconds and get that pinpoint weather advising me of what the climate is really going to be like. Now, that's just a little story of my own personal experience and why I utilize these weather stations and enjoy deploying these weather stations. But there is much more to it than that when you look at the bigger picture. The typical weather stations that we are getting our information from aren't generally local to us. They're miles away. Now, by having me deploy one of these little stations locally, and my neighbor down the block does the same thing, and somebody else a mile away does the same thing, well, guess what? It's going to gather all that real-time local data and information and give anybody that utilizes this information pinpoint accuracy as far as weather for their immediate location. Not something far away with a chance of this and a chance of that. No, it's this is what's happening now, and this is what we foresee in the immediate future at your exact location. Now that's pretty cool. Now, who else could use this information? Governments could use this information, scientists can use this information, people involved in agriculture could use this information, and the list just goes on and on and on. And that is what SkyX is putting together by having people like me and people like you deploy these little stations so that we gather this information. That information gets aggregated. What's cool about SkyX is they're actually running it through AI that are needed by these organizations that I mentioned. These organizations pay for that information, and we get rewarded with cryptocurrency in return. So even though SkyX has been around for a few years working on this project, everything is still on a testnet, which means it's early. Now there's pros and cons to early, right? Because if you get in early and it does really well, you can moon with your crypto bag by accumulating all these rewards during the testnet phase. On the other hand, there's the risk that it might do nothing and you end up with a cool looking paperweight. But hey, this is the crypto world. If you're already experienced with the crypto world, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But what do? We do a lot of research and we try to make educated guesses and see if these projects are worth it to us. And by you getting a little bit of information from me, going on the SkyX website, going on their Discord, going on X, listening to other people that have experience with these little Sky-100 units, That's what you have to do. You have to do your own research, see if it's feasible for you, and then make an educated decision. Never just listen to one person. Now, another thing that I really like about this project is its simplicity. It's very simple to set up. You basically download the app, you pair it via Bluetooth with your Sky-100 device. It's simple step-by-step information. You don't even need a wallet yet because, of course, it's in testnet, and I'll get into that a little bit later. And you're up and running in a few minutes. Now, that's great. You don't have to be some tech guru in order to deploy this and operate this, which, of course, makes it more appealing to the masses and, in return, very good for the project. Focusing on the Sky-100 weather station. Now, as you can tell here, it comes with a little lid protecting, let's say, the turbine that's up on top, the little wind turbine. So anytime that you are moving it around, carrying it somewhere, be sure to affix that little lid so that that little wind turbine stays protected and you don't break it, or else you're going to render the weather station useless. It has a tripod, so you could go ahead and extend the legs and just rest it somewhere if you're out, let's say, on a mountaintop or you're camping and you want to get it relatively high, let's say 5 to 6 feet, with no obstructions, so that you could get much better accuracy. Now, you can also affix it to anything that accepts the little 1/4-inch threads on the bottom, let's say like a tripod, adapters if you actually want to mount it permanently, let's say on your roof. And the tripods also have little holes in them if you do want to go ahead and just screw them in to a shelf or a roof. So there are a lot of options when it comes to mounting this little Sky-100 device. The Sky-100 has an internal battery, and if you could tell here, there is a little cable that is weather resistant, and it has a Type-C USB connection. SkyX does offer a solar panel that works seamlessly with the Sky-100. I did not receive one of those, but do plan on getting one of them in the future. And if I do pick it up, I'll make another shorter video just explaining my experiences with that little solar panel. But what I did is I just hooked it up to a battery power bank, affixed the USB-C cable, charged up the battery, and it gives me a few days of life just running off of the internal battery. So that is ideal, especially for those 1 day or 2 to 3 day weekend trips where I would want to bring this Sky-100 along with me to get that precision real-time weather. Another cool feature is that it has its own display panel. So you can see the battery life, the time, the temperature, and all the other readings that you need without actually utilizing the app. So that right there is a great time-saving feature, especially when you're out there on the go with a lot more things on your mind than just the weather. The Sky-100 is going for about $239. And now, as I mentioned, it's still in testnet. So the TGE, or the token generating event, has not happened yet. From what I read, it's expected to be in about third quarter of 2025, so not that far away. But as far as what it can actually earn, it's up in the air. We have no idea what the token price is going to be yet. So as I alluded to earlier, getting in early could have those great benefits. But when you're trying to use your deductive reasoning on, okay, well, how long until my return on investment comes in, we really don't have enough information to be able to address that. So there's that risk-reward situation. The cool thing also is that this will be running on Solana. So for me, that's one thing that I look for because it just makes everything that much more simple when it comes to swapping your tokens, exchanging your tokens, or anything to do with the token itself. I want you to also keep in mind that SkyX is also deploying beefier units that aren't out there yet, that are more, let's say, of a commercial type grade, even though the components that are in the Sky-100 are top-notch, according to everything that I read on the SkyX website. So we're talking about something that's pretty cutting edge, still in its infancy, and I just expect it to get much, much better over time. So right now, by having and running this little Sky-100, I'm earning what's called nano rewards. So just by having it up and running, I'm earning rewards on a daily basis. And then there's also this little type of harvesting points every 6 hours where you go to the app, click on a button, and you generate a few more of those nano rewards, which after the testnet phase will be able to be exchanged for the SkyX token. As usual, I'll put links on how to purchase and of course my affiliate link, so that if you do want to support what I am doing, I would appreciate if you do utilize my affiliate link. I'll put other information in there, and as usual, like, subscribe, and comment if you have any questions. If it's something that I can answer, I'll go ahead and answer it for you. If not, I will try to gather that information for you and share it in that comments field. So bottom line, If you're looking for a deep in project, it looks to be very cutting edge, has a pretty cool use case, weather, portable, so now you can bring it along with you on your adventures anywhere in the world and get that great real-time information. Is very early, still in testnet, so the ability to maximize those rewards and the potential of you earning these tokens, once again, not financial advice, just my opinion from the information that I've gathered so far. Utilizing AI compute, running on Solana, if all of those things interest you, definitely take a look at this Sky 100 from SkyX.